Just want to start doing analysis of the market based on these levels, not after the fact. Like I've shown you examples of weeks that have gone by, which is easy to do. And I want to start really committing to, I want to start sharing my analysis for the week. If you want to follow along, I'll put up somewhere where you can download the levels and install them yourself. And hopefully after a few weeks, you'll be convinced of how these levels are just, they occur over and over and over again. So let's just go to the 4 hour. This is the pound. I'm going to stick to very volatile pairs from now on because they promote, you should trade the majors like the Euro USD, but they're the most liquid pairs and the least volatile pairs. And the reason they promote them is because there's less risk for them because the market barely moves. And something like the pound Japanese is one of the most volatile pairs. And they seem to scare you into not trading these volatile pairs. Like the word volatility is, there's fear there, but a professional trader looks and it seeks out volatile pairs, or that's how they make their money, through the volatility. It's opportunity. So if we just mark off again the high and low of the first 8 hours, we'll go expansion to the high, expansion to the low, go over to the 15. Okay, so what we had last week was pretty, to me, they ended up going past 4B, which is an extreme, and it looks like they've come back pretty aggressively to the accumulation zone here, and they've come back down to 3A for this week. And I'm just looking at the volume here to see where I would take the trade, because they could easily, this could be a reset and there might be a continuation through. But if I look at higher time frame, I'll just change these so I just see them on the 15. I mean, that's just been going up for days now. That's a huge trend. It has to come back sometime. And there's another high up here. So I'm just looking at the bigger time frame to get a sense of, there's on the 4 hourly, there's 8 hours of just accumulation, and this could be the manipulation phase of that accumulation. And the only way to really get a sense of it is to look at the volume. If you go down the time frames, there's some kind of, seems to be there's some kind of support at this accumulation, and they've broken through, but this could just be a manipulation. But in this case, what I would look for is, okay, there's some kind of support, some kind of demand here from last week's accumulation, and then no real effort to push through. But then they hit the highs and some supply came in, quite a lot of supply. And to me, this is the half hourly. It's hit support again, but then come back and tested tested the high and low volume, which says to me there's not a lot of demand. And then it's come back down through. So I'd be looking for, on the 15, maybe a retest of the 50, or at least a retest of this accumulation zone here. And then I'd be looking to trade short, depending on what happens. I can't predict that this is not this might be the manipulation cycle. And if it is, I'll be looking to long, but there'd have to be an obvious stop run down below here, because this is not an obvious stop run. Like, this is not aggressive enough for me to think this is going long yet, and I'm more in thinking that it's going short. Just from the feel of this little leg here, and I want to be looking for a trade around here, even at the 50. So that's all I can really say for now. But if it does come back to the 50 or here, and I see some kind of obvious stop run, I'm definitely going to be looking to short, and my target will be 2B. I'm always going to be a little bit conservative on the target, and yeah, it probably will go to GM4A if it ends up being the real trend, but I'm always going to be looking to take profit at 2B, because it's just the natural level. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm just going to stick to the pound Japanese for this week, and in the future I'll do more pairs.